Hello everyone, welcome back to the Zach F1 channel, and in today's very special episode we have another F1 this week. So I'm your host, of course, Zach F1, and I'm going to talk about all of the stories and all of the rumours in F1 swirling around all of last week. So hey, let's get straight into it. So of course the big one that everyone sort of has been seeing right now is that Daniel Ricciardo has officially left VCARB. The reasons are still a little bit unknown. We don't know if this means they're testing out Lawson, see what Tsunoda, Lawson and Ricciardo's pace is like, potentially for if Perez is going to retire. No one really knows, or if this really is the end of an era and the end of Daniel Ricciardo's F1 career. And honestly, I do have to add, it's a real shame seeing Daniel Ricciardo leave in this fashion. Just halfway through a season, like, nothing special really. I mean, the way they did it, they did like a guard of honor and stuff, and everyone sort of knew it was his last interviews and stuff, so they did it nicely. However, for a driver of his capabilities, I thought it could have been done a lot better, and it is a shame because I do think he is the most prominent character I think I've seen retire in F1 for a long time. Obviously, you've had Nico Rosberg retiring. That was a whole thing. But again, he could have carried on for a long time. You had Fernando Alonso, but then he came back. You had Kimi Raikkonen retiring. You potentially have Valtteri Bottas this season as well. But all of these, bar Bottas, all of them are drivers from like the 2000s. And I really do think this is the first driver from that like 2010 to 2014 era really pushing in like as a rookie. The first big name to leave, and it's a shame, of course, that he's leaving, but I guess that's the way the cookie crumbles. So it feels so weird knowing Daniel Ricciardo probably won't be on the F1 grid next season. But hey, it sort of leans on to what I'm about to talk about next, and it's that Sergio Perez could be retiring as well. So this one is just a rumor, but there's a rumor that there's going to be a special meeting after Mexico, around Mexico, we'll see when it happens, that either Sergio Perez is going to be retiring, but something looks like it could be going down for Sergio Perez in Mexico. Again, just a rumor, but it's a big rumor swirling around right now. We'll see how that goes, but with the way Red Bull have been going, it very easily could lend itself to the whole theory of Daniel Ricciardo leaving, just to see Lawson's pace for the end of the season, to see who should take that Red Bull seat. That's me being delusional potentially in seeing what's going to happen with that Red Bull seat, but Perez has not been good enough. We could very easily see that happen. Now, the next story, again, linked with all of this stuff, is that Liam Lawson has taken Daniel Ricciardo's seat. So Daniel Ricciardo's left, Perez rumours, and then Liam Lawson's taken that seat. So it wouldn't have really been anyone else. However, still yet to see Lawson in a full season of F1, but technically he's had 2 seasons now. It's a little bit weird. And when I say a little bit, very weird. So let's see how he does. He's not got a lot of races to impress. He's got 6 races, but we've seen with Colapinto, a little bit of a different story. But in 3 races, he's impressed. We know Lawson did that last time. I believe he can do it again. Exciting times for Lawson. I'm a big Liam Lawson fan. I really do like him. So it's good to see him back into the field. It's just a shame the way Red Bull have done it, but Red Bull have always been this ruthless, so I'm not surprised. Now, moving away from Red Bull, but still tied to the Red Bull family, so a lot of Red Bull rumours and news this week, well, last week, and it's that McLaren have signed Red Bull's own, now mind my pronunciation, Will Courtenay, which as of right now is Red Bull's head of strategies. However, he will become the new McLaren sporting director. Very interesting times, and again, another blow to the Red Bull family. They're losing their big dog in the aerodynamics, Adrian Newey. A lot of people are leaving Red Bull, and this is just another punch to the gut for Red Bull. And honestly, it's just a great move for McLaren. McLaren have seized the opportunity when their car looks good to bring in another good signing for them. So excited to see what he's like at McLaren, because Red Bull have got good strategies, and from what we've seen from McLaren, they don't. So I'm very excited to see what he could show McLaren and how to actually, you know, fight for a championship for once. I mean, I know it's new for McLaren, but Jesus, the amount of strategies they've screwed up. It's good definitely to get this guy in. So let's see what he can do, but it's a very good move for McLaren and another big blow for Red Bull. Then finally, moving away from the Red Bull family, we have obviously this news of Hamilton getting really, really annoyed with Mercedes. So in the race at Singapore. We knew Hamilton was not happy. They tried what they did with Sainz. Sainz did it right because it was earlier. Hamilton sort of went into no man's land, went for a weird strategy very early, and suffered in the race, ultimately losing out to Leclerc. He was not happy at all. So I'm not surprised to see that he was talking to the press about how disappointed he was in Mercedes. However, I do think it's nothing to be worried about. Of course, Hamilton's leaving them next season anyway, so I think he'll want to just forgive and forget and try to carry on with the season. But it's safe to say he's starting to not like this favoritism from Mercedes, because 100% they do love George Russell, and I don't blame them because that's their man, and they got Kimi Antonelli again. But they're starting to push out Hamilton and do a little bit of crazy things towards him. We'll see how he deals with that. But anyway, 2 more points for all of you lovely people at home, and that is Ocon. Apparently, he's very interested in Behrman. He's seen what Colapinto's done. He's impressed with that. And he's impressed with what Behrman's done in the few races he's got. Now, does that mean Behrman's going to like him? Probably not, because we've seen from his track record, most of his teammates do not like him. Give it a year, Behrman will be trying to get rid of him in Haas. But I still can't get over that Haas is going to be Ocon and Behrman. Fair enough, Behrman, but Ocon? Really? It is what it is. I do think Ocon's a bit of an underrated driver, but to get rid of Hulkenberg and Magnussen for Ocon and Behrman, it's a little bit of a weird move for me, I think, especially the Ocon one. But we'll see what they're like down the line. I do not think they're going to be best of buds. I really do think Ocon's going to grind some gears at Haas. Considering they ain't got as much money, they're never going to be like a front team. I think Ocon's going to get frustrated, and I do think there's going to be a few scraps between both of them. Behrman, a rookie, well, technically a rookie, and Esteban Ocon, who's known for crashing into his teammate. It's got to get spicy over at Haas, especially considering they don't have this money anyway to be crashing. And then finally, for this video, we end off with another rumour, I guess, and that is that we still have that freeway battle for that Sauber seat. Now, who's going to get it? My money is on Colapinto to get it. I really do think he's been impressing so much that Binotto will have to bring him in. But you've still got this fight between Bottas, who doesn't want to leave F1. He's an experienced driver. And Hulkenberg and Bottas. What a duo, by the way. Very experienced. Will get you points when you need it. Hopefully Sauber can just get their car right for 2025. But then you've also got Borteleto, which is the guy that Audi and Sauber want to bring in. He's young. He looks very good. However, now you've got this new top dog of Colapinto coming in, showing how well he can do in that Williams. And now all of a sudden he's on their radar. 3 names that all deserve an F1 seat. Trying to get that one F1 seat, I really want to see good interviews, especially from Bottas and Colapinto, looking for that seat. But if Colapinto keeps on doing what he's doing at Williams, I believe he'll firmly get it. I do think if they're trying to play it safe, they'll stick with Bottas. And then if they want to carry on with their normal routine of what it looks like Audi and Sauber were going towards, then they'll go Borteleto. But my money is on Colapinto. Comment down below who you think is going to get that final Sauber seat. Before I go, I will give you over to the Zach F1 head of analytics to give you a rundown of who they think is going to win the F1 Drivers' Championship. So, in your professional opinion, who do you believe is going to win the Drivers' Championship?
I believe in my professional opinions that Lando Norris will become the world champion and beat Verstappen by about 5 to 10 points. It will be close, but I talked to him the other day, and he told me his teammate Oscar Piastri will be crashing into Maxi Taxi for the rest of the season to give himself a better chance at winning the Drivers' Championship.
Well, there you have it. From the head analytic of the Zach F1 channel, who would have known? His money's on Lando Norris. But anyway, that is all the F1 news this week and all of the rumours to go along with it. Hope you all enjoyed. Comment down below if there's any other rumours or transfers that you want me to talk about next week. And anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.